Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland of Terrell County, Texas. He's also a retired Border Patrol agent, so knows firsthand about what you're dealing with in the field. And if I can, Sheriff, can we just touch on that? What's happening in Charlotte and the amount of arrests that we've seen in a matter of just a few days? Talk to that point.
Hey, good morning, Sean. It's great to be on with you. And, first and foremost, most Americans and even most politicians don't understand that U.S. Border Patrol agents and ICE ERO officers have the statutory authority to go out anywhere in the United States to conduct these types of immigration arrests and immigration operations. And we derive that authority from the Immigration and Nationality Act. Further, these operations have been conducted for decades by both Democrat and Republican administrations from the years past. But look, all throughout the United States, there are many illegal aliens that have come into the country illegally, crossed the U.S.-Mexico border. And those aren't just people with brown skin, brown hair. We're talking about the entire world has exploited the U.S.-Mexico border to make their illegal entry in the United States. So the operation that's being conducted there is in great hands with Greg Bovino, somebody I worked with at U.S. Border Patrol headquarters, and we'll continue to see those numbers rise, Sean.
Yeah, and you talk about the profiling in terms of who's coming over, and I want to get to that because the governor of North Carolina, Democrat Governor Josh Stein, he spoke on that and his concerns about the immigration crackdown. Watch.
To the CBP, if you know that we have violent criminals in Charlotte who are undocumented, we want them out too. Everyone wants to be safe in their communities. But the actions of too many federal agents are doing the exact opposite.
He goes on, but he went on to accuse federal agents of racial profiling, saying they were stoking fear, dividing communities. Your response to the governor, are politics really at play here?
He couldn't be further from the truth. Look, again, as you mentioned, I spent 26 years with U.S. Border Patrol and continue as a sheriff here along the U.S.-Mexico border to interdict those crossing our border illegally. But look, Border Patrol agents aren't going out there looking for brown-skinned people. Again, we've had our borders exploited by over 160 different countries, and it's people from all over the world with different color skin, different color eyes, and different color hair. They're making politics out of it. And to his point where he says they want criminal aliens out of their communities as well, look, if those local law enforcement agencies or those county sheriffs would just participate with ICE in the 287G program, and there's different variations they could participate in, but mainly the jail enforcement model. When someone's in your jail that is here illegally, allow ICE to come in, interview them, and then deport them out of the country. It would be that easy, and it would likely keep ICE and those other federal agencies from coming into your communities and us seeing what's really coming out on some of the media.
Yeah, and you led me to my next question. In addition to government officials, you do have media outlets making what many would say their usual contributions to these false narratives about law enforcement, specifically immigration enforcement. Here's just one example. There's a headline from The Mirror. It reads this: new images show Border Patrol agents wrestling bloodied migrant to ground in North Carolina. No context given in the article about why this alleged migrant was wrestled to the ground or information about this individual's alleged crime. And that does go on. I mean, a lot of the media perspective is from that vantage point, from some body cam footage, not really digging into the context. How frustrating is that for you to see?
And Sean, you're exactly right. And look, we continue to have the left-leading media, as well as, unfortunately, Democrat policymakers and congressmen at federal, state, and local levels that are not only inflaming the issue, but they're emboldening those that are fighting back against those officers trying to do their jobs. And look, again, I spent 26 years as a Border Patrol agent, and we're members of our communities. We're parents. We go to church. We want what's best for people, and we're not going to be going out there kidnapping people, not giving them rights. It couldn't be further from the truth, and it's disappointing to hear because, again, we're still the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. And the reason we are is because, we abide by the rule of law on both sides. So,
well said. That is Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. Sheriff, thank you so much. Great to see you. We appreciate your time.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.